Fala pessoal, beleza? Bora. Bom, só para falar para vocês, consegui 2 troféus. São esses daqui, peraí. Cadê? Que é esse aqui e esse aqui. Falta esse. Consegui um outro troféu também. Cadê? Esse aqui, ó. Com uma aprovação do cronólito. Esse daqui eu fiz offline porque eu queria ver o que era exatamente essa aprovação, tá? E acontece que eu não achei vantagem nenhuma. Achei que mudava alguma coisa e tal, mas não muda nada não. Vambora. Hoje eu vou estar fazendo missões secundárias. Tenho algumas para terminar a fazer. Se der tempo, eu faço os cronómetros que estão liberados para mim ainda. Beleza? Os cronómetros que eu fiz estão aqui. Esse daqui, que é o da Fênix. E tem um aqui. Aqui. Que é da Shiva. Eu já fiz os dois. Eu tenho aqui nesse mapa aqui, eu tenho o do Odin que tá aqui na ponta. Esse aqui é do Odin. E aqui tá o do Titã. Falta eu achar da Garuda, Ramu e do Bahamu. Acho que isso. Garuda, Ramu e Bahamu. Falta esses 3 eu achar. E do Ifrit, né, se tiver. Bom, eu já tô com uma aqui. Vamos lá fazer ela. Depois eu faço o resto.
Purple flowers blooming next to it. Seems this place has been flooded twice over.
Na verdade, deixa eu mudar uma habilidade aqui. Ah, pode diamante.
Might as well pick enough. Oarsman.
You did?
I think. You wanted to make Dion a...
Oh,
It's no trouble. Your Highness.
No.
No. Only to the shout. Our lawsman has something he'd like.
Master Harpock? No. Not after everything I have taken. Countless. All because I was weak. I have sworn to atone for my crimes or die in the attempt. But were I to meet with him again, and see in his eyes what I have become,
Then that is all the more reason to do it. Test your resolve. Prove to yourself and to him how strong it truly is.
I must at the very least. Very well then.
Follow me.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environment in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm, for only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
Our roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might not to mention the wyvern tales. I shall plant their seeds.
I hope the soil in the hideaway is to their...
Why? These flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed.
What's this?
A stolas quill. Or more precisely, my. 'Tis said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wit. So consider this, that one day you may put down.
Well, thank you, Harpocrates. It shall have pride of place.
Vamos ver quantas faltam. Vamos lá. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Posso pegar 3 por vez, né? Para aparecer ali no coisa pra mim. Tá. Vou pegar essa e essa. Essa aqui é do tio.
Clive! Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks.
I would have done the same for...
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman.
From what little I saw.
I suppose. But I was rather hoping the great and good of... Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply. We must move.
But where do we start?
True. The challenges that face us are many. The realm's armies, as you've seen firsthand, certain cities have banded together to try and maintain. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. In short,
But how would one even begin?
the armies, my boy. As I told you already. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggler, but I do know someone the high commanders have been known to listen to on occasion.
I thought he was retired.
He was, until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most, and as luck would have it.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. Havel has always been a man of... I extol you, don't mind, do you?
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, and if the...
That's the...
I'll leave for... Would you send a stone?
Of course.
Excellent.
No.
Essa seria a segunda. Vou deixar essa daí pra depois. Bom.
Sid, do you have a moment?
By all means.
It's my and some.
How did she...
Finding bearers always, and it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them. And even better for her. Bearers with no one.
Leaving the bearers to...
Sid, While I'm well aware that I can't let the...
We'll be needing the Enterprise.
Does that...
I'm making an and we stay no longer than...
Thank you. Chadwick. The thought of him...
He must be very...
He was.
Then we find...
The entrance to the prison lies in the shadow of Ravenwit walls. We should head there as quickly as we can.
As do I, Doc.
Sid, I was
It depends what...
a bearer, but recently freed from his... As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we...
I don't mind, but...
Because our ranks are filled with men and women capable of scouting. We're few with the nose for that, which is why, and since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you...
Sounds reasonable.
So you're happy to oversee the boys' test, then?
One can never have...
Truer words, I'll let the initiate know that and that he is to proceed directly to Northreach in readiness.
No time like the present.
No time like the
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
Tá, beleza. Tá, beleza. Então vamos... Bom, essa daqui é a primeira. A terceira tá lá, a segunda tá aqui. Então vamos pra primeira.
Do you see that too?
Papa? What is it? Oh, please. I'm scared.
Let's go. Can't be Rutherford, can it?
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you!
Allow me.
I don't need your please.
This won't take long.
You're right. It won't. Men, finish him.
Será que eu consigo pegar? vai dar tempo. Ah, não vai dar.
A little longer than I'd have liked.
Fala, mano, beleza? Como é que você tá, Dilson? Beleza, irmão, obrigado aí, cara. Valeu mesmo. Seja bem-vindo aí ao canal, cara.
Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
But I hadn't thought the corruption had... It's a fucking disgrace. You're interfering, old bastard. My lord Marquis.
Call me what you want. It doesn't change all the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan.
Before I agree... I'd have you answer, what do you...
I won't deny that I might benefit, but I seek a new beginning for... And while the choices I've made, I know... For so long when it should have been, but in order to...
Certainly... You are, no. I'll never hear the end. All right. I'll start by ordering. Next, I'll...
Thank you.
But they...
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that we will need an envoy.
I'm flattered. And I have what we need.
Is that, sir? And would...
Of a different...
I suppose...
I shall.
My lord Mark, your lord uncle bade me as...
And I will see that my associate very... An envoy. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. Someone like Quentin.
Aonde?
Quentin.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be... Go on, then. You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years.
I know it's a lot to ask.
And you'd have me give up what little the people of Lostwing are my... You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to...
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for... If we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled, you know...
It's not...
Then what is it? You said yourself...
You know that's not...
Then what? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us. Who's to say you couldn't...
A stirring... I fear that any rejoinder I make...
So you'll join us? Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. I can arrange for a party of curse-breakers to...
That would be very much... I hear the roads are far...
My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape. Uncle, the Field Marshal...
Ha!
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Porter's. They will await your return there.
One other?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he asked if I might have a solution.
One of your...
Master Quinton would probably call me one of his.
Another out? Just the thing we need to put these rotten... Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier.
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our problem with the army, you still haven't mentioned how we might
Oh, don't you? The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most... Oh, of course, it did take a... But luckily I had some...
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward...
It was more of a...
Well, the old battle axe, she had a shipload of talents delivered to my private... And when the other house... Now, join us there,
Of course,
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with Akashic?
You'll find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them head... That is, unless you'd have them turn...
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with the belly. My soldiers, actually, they'll be dead.
If I may, gentlemen, perhaps I might suggest an alternative approach. Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd... but I'm sure that you wish to continue. 2 such firm friends as yourselves need... Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond.
Us?
I can't stand the man.
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality...
And what kind of company were you expecting him...
Criminal? How dare you? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this...
Upstanding! He calls himself Sid the Bloody Outlaw!
Once more onto the breach.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm, and to do that we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen. There will be disagreements, yes. And I imagine some resistance if we show them the path. The fate of the world lies in but the well-being of her people.
Uncle Byron.
Now, with that settled, for what great moment in history... Citizens of Valisthea! Well, my boy,
that it is.
This is the role you were born for. We shall play. The realm needs its Sacrandal. I want you to keep this signed accord.
I will.
O problema de missão secundária é que missão secundária nunca empolga, né?
Nazaire might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
Spots.
Those whites will think twice before attacking us again.
Olha, baú. Nossa.
I'm nervous.
Well met, Sid. This is the initial...
Please, just Sid.
Oh, the sergeant said...
To become a scout, yes. You are aware of the...
I am. But I swore I'd face...
Who would that be?
Gav. No magic, no support, just one man and his no. It taught me what one man can... And I've been training ever since. So that one day, I...
You clearly have good intentions, Ember. And it sounds like you're under...
So...
Yeah. Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook. You are to and bring it here.
And bring it here, right.
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be... You'll need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubli.
Ember, Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything.
Know my limits. Right, I won't let you down.
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out.
On my way. All right, Ember. Impress me. Good girl.
Por falar nisso, depois eu vou dar uma fuçada nesse canto aqui. Sim. Porque eu preciso achar mais 3 cronómetros, né?
These are clean kills. Perhaps young Ember really is ready. Or maybe not. Damn it.
Ember, draw your sword!
I can't!
Then run!
If you want him, you'll have to go through me. Gone. Of course.
Garrison said they'd take
it. I didn't expect... Where is Ember?
He must have fled. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. He was nowhere to be seen.
I knew the boy had a nervous streak.
The right man for... I believe this is the logbook you tasked me...
Hey? Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your...
What? Wasn't that what you asked me to do? To bring the thing back without
He has you then, his heir.
But Sid...
He did what he thought was best. And now I have...
Of course. We'll await your... Don't you leave me.
Yes, Sergeant.
This won't be an easy decision.
You should have...
Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back.
Yes. Truth be told, it was me who suggested rope, but from what I hear...
No. Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim. And is that not what we ask of our scouts?
Indeed it is. Thank you for your honest appraisal, Sid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conch and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine. One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, we've been that time the curse breakers took some of the...
Good nerd.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him... Next... Chump.
Forgive me, Sid.
But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Remember that.
I will...
Olha, é bem naquele lugar que eu falei que estava travado. Bora.
Doris is waiting for me near Balmung Dark. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashik. I need to hurry.
Matei? Matei. Não era pra ter matado.
Yeah. There were no guards, I take it?
None manning the gates. It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akasha. If Chadwick was being held here...
Don't give up hope just yet. Let me check the ground floor.
Then I'll search the upper level.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Bad enough to turn a bearer? I hope not. Locked up tight.
Fire and... It's over!
So this place was no order, and I doubt they'll have taken the...
Aê, peguei o troféu. Peguei o troféu. Agora eu preciso pegar o troféu do... Fala. Do Odin.
Going to fight.
Agora falta o troféu do Odin. O troféu do Odin vai dar trabalho, eu acho. Eu acho que vai. Acho que vai. Pera aí, pessoal. Deixa eu dar uma olhada rapidão no troféu do Odin aqui. Pera aí. Troféu do Odin. O que eu peguei agora foi esse aqui. Falta esse aqui. 3 contra-ataques de aço em uma única batalha. Deixa eu ver um negócio. foi? Eita.
You're a fine hammer. That's better.
Difícil achar o tempo disso aqui. Aí, peguei. Pronto, peguei. Agora posso finalmente equipar da forma que eu quero. Posso. Esse aqui pega todo mundo. Vou pegar essa daqui.
Minimal loss if we're Luda lives. And what happens when they run out of bearers? Even the Imperials take better care of their branded than that. They were feeding bearers to it. This is even worse than I'd feared. Nothing but a caching down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on. No lock downstairs. But
I know. I've been bearers die every day in service of their mark. Pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wit. And not just those who could fight, but those who wouldn't or couldn't were...
I'm afraid it means that...
Then we're too late.
Don't say that.
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. Finish up here.
All right.
Será que vai ser um chefe? Bom, deixa eu fazer um... Eu não queria fazer isso, mas... Cadê? Vou colocar esse foco oportuno aqui, porque se for um boss, pelo menos eu vou conseguir fazer um certo troféu.
Let's see what we can find down here. Survivor. And she sounds close. There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other survivors?
Some of the guards. There's still... everyone...
Thank the fuck.
It was worth our coming. But I'd...
Ready when you are. You poor thing. He
Dad...
What?
He fought them once. He must have sent you. He promised... Where is he? He opened your cell.
Chadwick.
Was that...
We have to get...
Doris.
All right. You put...
It's out there waiting for me.
Nossa.
I can't let it live. Not if it's got a taste for bearers.
Isso dá berremoto, não é? Acho que é berremoto. É berremoto.
Bet we're all ready. The beast will wreak havoc if it ever leaves the prison. I can't let that happen.
Essa ameaça notória não tava aparecendo pra mim. Essa ameaça notória. Tava não. Grilhão de Behemoth.
Finally.
Sid, are you hurt?
I'm fine. I think. What is it?
A diary. He was here.
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last.
Chadwick.
Come on. We have to get her back.
No. I'll see that she's looked after from now on.
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days.
She is. I thank the flames we found her.
I know. I'm sorry we weren't.
There's no need to apologize. How he fought to the bitter end, that's the man I remember.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past.
Of course. You already met my former master. She trained Chadwick and I to do two things. We were supposed to be sold to the highest bidder when the time came. But for years, we were her daggers in the shadows. But so we escaped after so many...
But even in captivity, and he died.
Hyde Marie is proof, and the curse breakers will... I'll fight until my...
Thank you, Doris.
Bom, missão completa, fiz mais de uma ameaça notória sem querer, na verdade. Para essas duas eu vou deixar aquela lá por último.
What do you think happened to Miss Mid?
Sid, you have...
With what?
No. Well...
It's Miss Midadol. Very strange.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in
the cloud.
That's what I said.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind.
Not long ago.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really don't listen to her.
But who's gonna put Miss...
Why don't I go and...
You do that. She's in her dad.
Don't scare him.
Thanks for the war.
I will not let them be Sid, may I have?
Of course.
It is an honor to find... My name is Herman. I wish to be deployed to Ash.
No. The lands across the Narrow. I will not send good men and women to risk them. Why would you want to go?
I need to retrieve some. I was raised, or rather, it was not a place of nurture. We were tortured, and few ever survived long enough.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. But they must be remembered. The Institute was run with military precision. Every Sid.
You were a good friend, but the fact remains that Ash...
Sid.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. I'll go to Bad Back and find...
You will?
I won't let you risk...
I don't...
You can start by...
The degree.
All right.
May the mother...
Esse orfanato que ele tá falando aí é o orfanato que fica justamente a pedra de cronólito do Odin.
Has
Middledol mentioned.
Mid.
Ah! That's it! I knew it! The answer was, if this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will.
To the sky? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings.
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. Is this really so important that you...
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm. And that's with the sea beneath. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? It's not fair. The gods get this. The Fallen had the... But not me. Well, almost.
And is that a one-woman...
Are you volunteering? But if first I'll need... Then I'll need some bone.
If it's
Será que
peace
vai
bones
ser
you're after.
igual
No,
àquela
não.
missão? Meu Deus do céu.
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill.
Bom, pessoal, dá só uma licencinha que eu já venho aqui. Já volto. Pera aí. Voltei. Vamos lá. Tenho mais uma missão para fazer, que é aquela, essa aqui. Não, tem mais duas. Apareceu essa aqui que não estava aqui. Tá. Mas eu vou deixar aquela do Joshua por último.
All right.
Only if you... Mid needs a...
Most, but if it's due...
I do. Well, any...
Well, but don't it...
I'll keep that...
How may I help you today, Clive?
Será a última?
You earned this.
Foi a última. De boa. Não se brinque em serviço. Qual que é essa? Que troféu que foi esse? Será que é o que eu tô pensando? Putz, eu achando que era pra comprar item.
Come again. I may have more for you.
O último S. Acho que esse é o último mesmo. O Alude. Depois eu vou procurar essa aqui. Deixa eu ver. Tá.
Mid's well. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all. This should be enough. Come on. Run like the wind. Here we are again. Carava. If you were a tortoise, Torgal, where would you hide? Looks like we found him. Materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype.
Pra lá. Deixa eu fazer o segundo já. Que fica aqui. Olha lá, não falei, ó. Esse daqui é o coisa do Odin. Que eu não vou fazer agora, por sinal. Vou fazer todas as missões secundárias. Quando eu terminar tudo, eu faço.
Come on. Yeah! Back to the stables, girl. This must be the orphanage. Hopefully the registry is still here. Disposed of. Conditioning. This is nothing short of torture. Herman wasn't exaggerating. This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out. A forked white tree. This must be the place. Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. Let's see. This must be the registry. So many names. This place was a slum. But where is the architect of all this misery? It was only a matter of time, I suppose. This place is cursed. Too slow. Nice try. Too slow. done here. Let's get the registry back to Herman.
Bom, tem uma hora e meia de live já? É uma hora e meia praticamente de live. Falta mais um ali pra terminar. Dos coisas. Vou ver se eu termino todas as missões secundárias. Apesar que eu acho que não vai terminar as missões secundárias agora. Ainda tem chão ainda pra fazer aqui.
I hear, did you buy?
I did.
If the director was a brutal man.
The registry was all I found. There was no sign of a body. Or any record of what happened to the children after.
I pray that at least all their names are here. My friends. I can still remember children who were taken from their no explanation.
They'd be happy to know that you...
But why did I make it out alive?
It's not your fault. See that their names live on.
I'm going to write a book. An all of Valisthea, and in the name...
Neither will I.
These records...
Tell me.
It's most under cogwheel. Gears that small.
Wait, the children. When they took... Now that I think about it,
The young'uns? But why would they... I'll keep working on the model.
Sid!
She wasn't hiding. She's just busy working on her next...
A new invention? Is it in...
Do you think she'll let us...
That just so happens to be why I'm here. A brass gear. A tiny one.
Oh, the one you forgot.
We saved it, just in case.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling all the pieces that I left.
That's...
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just the gear?
That's all for now.
Thanks, Sid.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Well?
They did.
Will it work?
What exactly?
Only the most... The wings aren't going to move on their own. Well... That should do it. There goes nothing. Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes. Children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, and I reckon I've got a fair few...
I'm sure you do.
Falta mais duas só. Beleza. Será que as duas últimas missões secundárias? Duvido. E antes de eu fazer, eu vou caçar aquele rank S que tá parado lá.
Clive.
Joshua, what's wrong?
I've received word from Cyril. The Undying
is well.
In the crypt beneath, after Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took, and in the process of doing so...
I'm surprised anything...
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience.
Of course. I want to know what's in that...
Very well.
You all right?
Something troubling.
It's just... Eda's babe.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts. I'll let the little tykes know that...
So?
Well, the problem is that Eda's due any day now.
Is there anything I can do to... All right, then.
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck.
Not just any.
No. One... There's not lucky in all the realm. Thing is, they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers.
Only the big day is fast approaching.
That or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with...
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through I think I might make that my first port of call.
You're a good friend.
Começar por essa da Marta, depois nós vamos para outra.
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs. Excuse me.
Oh.
A silver chocobo.
Oh, or maybe not. Though there was a man stopped by the rest not long ago, clean near some guyed hovel. Most took him for a braggart and a liar.
We'll see.
Just because the heavens have gone to wreck and ruin it, don't
Ali.
How do? You've the look of a man who could do with a new
I'm looking for a...
If that's the case, no one has seen a silver... Word is, they were all hunted for their feather. If any
You're probably right.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
This guy can fuck right off.
Ué? Tô dentro da taverna? Não. Cadê esse rapaz, velho?
I'd build a barricade so sturdy, even a bandit.
Pera aí. Já entrei ali, eu sei que não tem ninguém.
Anything catch your eye? That all, is it? How do? There you go. Thanks very much.
I've got greens of all shapes.
Nossa. Cadê esse terceiro? Ué?
Good to see you. When I was a little... My grandmother, I swore. You come back and visit, all right?
Are the bearers taking well to their new homes, you know? I sometimes worry how they'll manage without me to cook and clean for them.
Ai, que esquisito.
Look, Daddy. Shining so brightly. Isn't it pretty?
Whoever's idea it was to take those bearers...
Ali.
Can I help you?
You wouldn't happen to sell silver...
I did. But if it's fancies you're after...
Was a silver chocobo seen there?
Oh, yes. If you believe the ravings of a madman.
It wouldn't be the... A silver chocobo sighted in the hill. Near Rhiannon's Ride. It sounds almost too good to be true. But... since I'm already here... Run like the wind! Tracks. They're not left by bandits for a change. More tracks. The chocobo was here. And recently. Perhaps it still is. I don't hear anything. Well, I'll be damned. It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just borrowing a feather for my friend. Thank you. Let's get this back together before they change their minds.
Agora a gente vai pra segunda. O que tá aqui?
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Cyril, you found a letter from Father?
Yes, I have it here. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
An inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, your grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides, those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, your grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
Falar contigo. Deixa eu ler isso aqui.
My lord, your grace. I hardly recognize. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty.
My lady.
What exactly is the...
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rock.
Indeed it has.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armband, alas. He did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be fit, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you. It was your father's wish, that you be presented with the finished art, but with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed. You are grown men now, and while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have...
Thank you.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady.
Oh, I am much...
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply it is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest...
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its... Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield?
What say you?
What else?
Eyes peeled, Joshua. There it is. The House Rosfield. Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Goditha will know.
Oh, thank the Griffiness.
And the Heartstone.
Yes, this radiant luster, like frozen. Thank you, your father.
Lady Goditha.
Thank you, Cyril. If you would excuse me.
Aparentemente é um acessório, né? Você vai ver
The
alguma coisa de
armbands
bom.
are complete. Pray. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. And the graven vines...
It's a message. Enemies who would... And only...
Indeed. But it was a...
Thank you for remaining the step.
Forgive me, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasure, even if the armbands were incomplete. She would so...
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant of the deep love he had for both of you. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from me. I tried to warn your father, but when word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short.
And thank the Fount.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking and so my pursuit continued. Until he informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered.
Lady Goditha, on behalf...
As do I.
Thank you, Mike, for coming back to us.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive.
It is.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest let him see that you have received?
I suppose it would be... What do you say, Clive?
I was hoping to be able to...
Your father's, since the day we recovered it, I prithee claim it. And I do not doubt that your father...
Thank you, sir. Come on, Clive.
Deixa eu ver se essa braçadeira é boa. Sabedoria do primeiro rei. Cai 3 pontos na defesa e aumenta 18 pontos do HP. Até que não é muito. Eu vou trocar. Será que é aquele ponto que tá travado? Tem um canto travado aqui. Não. Não é. Não.
Faster!
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies. Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
It's just back there.
Straight home now.
Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, He was the greatest of men. I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
Ok. Tá bom. Eu queria saber o que tem aqui. Falar nisso, que eu já fui. Eu não lembro de ter ido naquele canto ali. Não lembro. Que cidade? Tô pensando onde é que pode ter mais coisas. Tá faltando 3. Aqui eu já fui, aqui em frente tem um dragão. Olha o vilarejo de pesca. Pode ser que aqui embaixo tenha alguma coisa, né? Bom, deixa eu terminar a última missão. Tem mais uma pra fazer. Olha lá. Apareceu mais uma lá.
It was no trouble.
Clive, how'd you get on?
Any luck? He's...
Crystals, Heron.
It's a long...
Right there on the road to Eastpool.
Everything up there, the empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I...
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The blight's right on Eastpool's door. Still find a new home, after all. Anyway, what matters is, and now...
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon like the fact I'm as good with it, and that bone Ember gave me's a dream.
But it weren't your rave. I slew one of my...
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore...
Don't speak too soon. I ain't done...
There we go. What do you think?
I think if you ever hang up your
I will, I should go and see if...
Give it my best. How are you feeling?
Well. Is...
Wrong? No.
Go on. Did you make...
We did. Aye. It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a bairn's on the way. I mean a baby.
I thank you.
If there's anything you need,
I will.
Fancy a swift off.
I could be convinced. Don't you think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over. What with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. My whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout? Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learn from it. And here you are, after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room and your sword. I may have had one too many.
you may have had 10 too many.
I said I was thirsty. Better get back to work anyway, after I walk this off. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I know.
Do you think they'll come back?
Beleza. Vamos ver o que temos aqui. Tá.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. Is that all?
Ah, cara, apareceu
Still
alguma
alive,
coisa
are
nova
ya?
dela aqui? Ah, não. 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 Tem que comprar essas daqui, nessas bobinas aqui.
Is that all?
Misericórdia. Vamos lá, Blackthorn.
What's that for you, dear? No scratches, all right? My best work, but it'll do. That it? Fine.
First the skies, then the crystal.
Vamos ver se eu peguei tudo o negócio aqui. Falta 1, 2, 3. Juramento. O elmo. Criatura da aeronave. Pacto da tríade. Penas de estola. Hidromel.
If Joshua's worried about Jill... Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I've felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her. Now more than ever. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Dutch, and Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill?
To see the snow daisies. I remember it was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the country.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say,
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business.
Man's Hill.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for Bandit?
I'm saying we should first go and see if... what would...
Ah, até que enfim liberou aquele negócio. Pensar que ia liberar uma secundária. Eu peguei um troféu ainda.
This is the place, but...
I'm sorry, Clive.
There's no weapons.
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where...
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of.
Then why not ask someone who might...
Someone at the backyard.
Tá.
Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
Say what you will. Lady Karen has seen us.
Oh.
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where... I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to... Both have similar climbs and the right elevation.
Right.
Did you learn where...
The gardener here mentioned the royal...
the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, I recalled that she kept the record of our travels, so I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew.
Whose shores border the meadows.
And how might I help the garrison today?
haven't seen any of those beastly blue eyes. Do be careful.
I will.
Good girl. Are vast. Where do we even start?
Yote mentioned the coastline. We can start there.
Don't get surrounded.
See them?
I do. Flowers. Our friends. Stay down.
No.
What do you see, boy? Let's hope this is the last one.
Only one way to find
That was harder than I expected. But found her. She'll love them.
It appears my work is done. Well, we wouldn't want another thunderstorm.
Jill.
There is?
It's, how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you, Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped. So lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling. Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
Much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure. We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
You're right. There's still much to do.
And we'll do it together.
Tá, agora acabou. Terminei de fazer tudo. Tá. Então precisamos achar 3 coisas. 4. 4 coisas. Que serão? Vamos lá. Eu imagino que o último bicho desse aqui, que é esse classe S aqui, então eu acho que esse bicho aqui estará aqui, ó. Eu acho que é um lugar de treinamento. Eu acho que vai estar aqui. Vamos ver se eu acho eles. Tudo bem. Já fiz praticamente tudo que eu queria. Ah lá, ó. Eu acho que são eles. Vamos ver. Acho. Sem certezas. Será? Não, não é. Eu achava que era por aqui. Sério. Achava que era aqui. Será que aqui no Grande Portão Sul? Dá uma vasculhada.
Nice try.
Oi? Ué? Não posso mais atravessar os portão? Realmente eu não posso. Não tinha reparado nisso. Tá, então vamos pegar daqui. Vamos subir.
Come on. Faster.
Eu vou lá perto dos portões pra ver se tá ali, né?
You deserve a rest. Stay down.
Ah, tá. Não. Não. Bom, aqui pra trás não ia ter nada. Não. Aqui eu peguei um cara, eu lembro dele. Isso é aquela perto do castelo? Vasculhada naquela. Opa, errei o lugar. Pra cá.
Mistakes. Thanks, Cal.
Ali eu já sei que não tá.
Someone's brave. It's over.
Ai. Bom, aqui não é. Aqui não é. Uma coisa pra cá escondida será out. Bom, aqui não é. Será que é por aqui? Onde será que fica esse bicho? Posso tentar aqui de novo nesse canto, né? Ou no desfiladeiro da fúria. Uhum. Que ali são acásticos. E tem um doguinho correndo ali.
Company.
Very well.
Nossa. Deixa eu tentar naquele canto lá.
Run like the wind.
Não. Sinceramente, eu não sei onde eles estão, não. Não. Deixa eu ver se lá fala alguma coisa. Então aqui fala que o exército capturou feras e tentou treiná-las para o serviço, mas o treinamento dessas espécies em particular foi interrompido há muito tempo. Nunca saberemos se os captores se tornaram acásticos ou se foram comidos pelos mascotes que se libertaram. Tudo o que sabemos é que não há nenhum sobrevivente que saiba o que dizer Para dar um fim nesse massacre, apenas uma demonstração de força resolverá isso. Não, isso aqui marca porque eu já fiz. Vamos lá. Por que tá marcando um? Aqui eu matei um. Aqui ok. Tô achando que tá no desfiladeiro da fúria. Aqui em Isla eu achei um. Aqui na Baixada Central eu achei outro. Aqui na Bacia de Crichton eu achei outro. Aqui eu não achei nenhum. Não. Não tem nenhum aqui. Whatever. Ah, é que tá falando daquele bicho. Mano, vou ter que viajar tudo, velho. Tem que viajar todo ele. Então tá.
Come on.
Pessoal, antes de eu continuar, deixa eu então beber uma água, usar um banheiro rapidão e já volto aqui com vocês. Voltei. Vamos lá. Então o que eu vou ter que fazer? Vou ter que fuçar tudo, velho.
Faster!
Pra poder achar esse bicho. Então vamos fuçar tudo. Claro que eu vou evitar tudo quanto é luta no meio do caminho. Pra cá eu já fui. Vou dar uma caçada aqui. De olhar assim já sei que não tá aqui.
No holding back. Mistakes.
Estamos chegando aonde? É este lá. Tá.
I can walk from here.
Tá, daqui eu tenho essa descida aqui. Pode ser que esteja. Oxi. Errei o caminho. Esse aqui.
Ready, go? Yeah! Be safe.
Aqui não vai estar, aqui é só a cidade também. Pra falar que eu não fui. Vai que, né? Aqui ele não está.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
Que volta pro coisa, né? Vamos pra lá.
run like the wind.
A não ser que ele estiver ligado ao... Tá. Ao... Como é que fala? A missão principal. Vai ficar difícil. Vamos saber. Vou matar aquele ali. As galinhas aqui. As galinhas que eu não quero. Logo, filho. Oba. Quero. Vaza. me?
No need to ride from here.
Display, brother.
10.000. Tá. Aqui eu já verifiquei tudo, só não verifiquei desse canto aqui. Então vamos descer para aquele canto. Ué. Number. Ah, tá.
Come on. Run like the wind.
Tá. Ai, ai, ai. Aqui é uma floresta, né?
Let's go.
Yeah!
Tem alguma coisa, parece? Não, impressão. Impressão minha. tem nada por enquanto. São umas tarântulas.
You deserve a rest.
Tá, por aqui tá aquele... Mano do céu. Ali é um minotauro ali, né? É. Não acho esses bichos. O duro é que ele tá por aqui. Será que é aquele bicho ali? Será? Tamanho do monstro? Ah, eu acho que eu sei porque que ele não apareceu. Porque eu entrei naquele coisa ali. Pode ser. Vambora. Ele mesmo. Opa. Peguei todos. Ah, peguei um oricalco ainda por cima. Uhul!
No match for you, eh, Torgal?
Bom, agora falta o quê? Vamos lá, deixa eu pensar. Aparentemente fiz todas as missões. Fiz todo o quadro. Peguei todos os presentes lá, né, do